All right, I'm out here at the desert right now. It's gonna take you a quick run through of what I carry in a range bag. So this is the Mystery Ranch range bag. I finally upgraded one of these a couple years ago because I got sick and tired of carrying around plastic totes. I needed like multiple totes of everything, from cleaning supplies, all my shooting bags, everything. Now it's got a nice handy bag. That's what I can carry around, set right here. So I'm gonna run through what I carry in the range every time I'm going to shoot in the desert or actually go to a range and shoot. Just like to keep everything in here, keeps everything nice and organized. Of course, it's got a big, heavy shooting bag for the rear. And I also got some smaller shooting bags. You just never know what you might need based on the situation, or when your friends forget bags, you got some extra bags. And also got another bag on the bottom. So if this isn't tall enough, put that on here, or a lot of times I'll use this small shooting bag like on my elbow on the side just to get nice and comfortable for making sure everything's doped in at longer ranges. And then I usually have just like a random t-shirt in here. And what I'll do with the t-shirt is when I'm cleaning my rifle out in the field, I'll take this and just drape it over the back of the stock so I'm not getting any solvents on my nice cheek pad or getting on my gun. So I just keep a, old t-shirt right there, handy. And again, we got another just rag here. Use this one for cleaning off my cleaning rods. Keep everything nice and clean still. And we'll jump into more of the little accessories. So this little container right here, I have it labeled 300 Win mag. So inside here is just all my jags, all the brushes, just for a 300 Win mag. So I know exactly which ones I've used, which ones I haven't used. Organization. Obviously I was gonna have a rangefinder, so this is just my SIG 2400 ABS rangefinder. Usually keep it in a little pouch. Safety goggles, or glasses I should say. Always gotta have those. Kestrel 5700 Elite weather meter, based on all my ballistic stuff too. I'm big on collecting data when I'm out here, so I always have this with my rangefinder, collecting weather information, collecting the wind, and I transfer all that into a shooting book. So I have a book for pretty much every gun. Sometimes obviously there's a lot of book on here, so every time I go out and shoot, I record all the data. When I'm reloading, I record all that data too. That just helps me know, how I'm shooting all the time.
Brady Miller, big data guy.
Big
data guy.
Big data guy. And also when it comes to data, I also have another book by Applied Ballistics, has more of my data on it too. So I just like to, like I just said, big data guy. Got a little, just a little proof bottle here for cleaning up optics. I get some dust on there and whatnot. I always keep a bunch of patches in this little kit. And then when I'm into like weird shooting situations where I actually want to simulate more hunting style stuff, I'll always have the Rugged Ridge rear support in there as well. Because you can shoot off a bag all day long, but when it comes down to it, I hunt with this, so I want to be able to shoot with this too, so I keep this in my range bag. And a box of ammo, nothing special. Keep all my loads in there, everything nice and dialed. What these are exactly loaded for, how far off it lands, what my shell holder was, how many grains, that sort of thing. Just, again,
Also
keep everything.
known as data.
Data. All right, now we'll jump in some of these front pouches here. We got a lot of stuff down here. I have a bunch of extra earplugs. Again, some of your friends are going to forget earplugs. You're going to have some extra ones. I got a weird fancy little pen. This is just shoving in the action. If it was on a range with other people around there, just to put into my action when it's open, just to showcase that my gun is on safe. Got a little knife here. This is a little knife made by Vortex. Keep an Allen wrench. Again, never know when you might need that. Can't remember why I got some vice grip pliers in here, but I got some vice grip pliers, a little marker. Some of this is handy for if you're shooting on paper, want to mark where your shots were, that sort of thing. So again, just overkill, carry everything you need, because when I'm out here at the range, a lot of times, this is, 40 minutes from my house, so I want to make sure I carry everything. The next pocket over, this is going to be my big staple gun and a bunch of extra staples. So when I'm shooting paper targets, I like to be able to staple my, targets on there, make sure they don't blow away in the wind. On the reverse side, I got some tape. That's again for marking where my shots are on target, so I know which ones are what. And then we have this little device here that shoves inside my action for when I'm actually cleaning my gun. It prevents all the solvents from getting in the action. So I'll carry that as well. And I get a lot of questions about what the heck is this little guy that I carry around a lot. So this is just a barrel cooler. Again, I pull out the bolt, shove this down the barrel, turn this guy on, and basically just shove a bunch of air into it to kind of cool off my barrel a little quicker. Because again, I live out in the desert, so I want to be able to make sure my barrel's cool when I'm running down checking targets. I'll put this on here, keep my barrel cool, and this is just a little filter that'll go on the end of that. So keep that as well. And down at the bottom, just a little bit of tools for if I have to adjust my scope. And then I always keep a pen as well for collecting the data. So that's all that goes in the shooting bag. Obviously, I have a couple other accessories too, like my cleaning rod. I got my shooting mat right here. And then, obviously a tripod, spotter, that sort of thing, and my phone with the phone scope on it so I'm able to track impacts. But might look like a lot of stuff here, but when you get a range bag like this that's totally dedicated to, shooting a rifle, to keep everything organized, and that way you're not going to the field, oh crap, forgot a bunch of stuff. All right, so one more thing, I almost forgot because I let Neville borrow this on his head, but I was having some ear protection. So I have big earmuffs for when I'm sitting behind a spotter, tracking someone else, and then when I'm actually shooting, as you can see, they've probably been on my neck the whole time. I have these little ones. I always prefer to use these when I'm shooting because for whatever reason, these get in the way of, backstock of my gun. So I always like to shoot with these little cheap ear protections. It basically runs through everything I carry in the Mystery Ranch range bag. Great little piece of gear. Highly recommend it. So range bag, get yourself one.